Today's topic is going to be NAS server, Cloud Storage NAS server basically, and we're going to talk about TerraMaster F2 210 2-bay NAS. Now, what is it all about? What protocols does it support? Speeds, applications, and all the other stuff. Stay tuned and check out the video till full. Basically, this is it, guys. So we have the TerraMaster Cloud Storage NAS server, the F2 210, which is a 2-bay NAS, and we're going to check out all the details and specifications. But first, let's check out the box content. So you have the accessory box right here, and you get a NAS storage from TerraMaster, as I already said. Now let's put this aside and check out the NAS, because it does look really interesting. And the one thing that is why I'm actually so thrilled to do NASs is because I don't like hard drives in my PCs. And this is one of the solutions on how to do it. So basically you just place your SSDs in your computer, M.2, 2.5 inch, whatever, get more cable storage, basically more space for cables that are necessary, and place your hard drives right here. Basically make a storage that is outside of your computer, if you have storage for a NAS, of course. Now, as you can see, it's a 2-bay NAS, and it has an 80x80x25 fan at the back. You have indication lights for your hard drive in bay 1, for your hard drive in bay 2, and you have the LAN port indication light and the power, as well as power on button. It looks really nice with the aluminium body and the front and the back side made out of plastic. Now let's check out the box and see what we got in the box content. So you get your power supply, of course, you get a screwdriver, you get LAN cable, and you get loads of screws. So these are for 3.5 inch hard drives, and these are for 2.5 inch hard drives and SSDs. Also you get stickers, so you have an example actually, so you could place the stickers right here on front, so you know which is which. So hard drive number 1 or number 2, how many terabytes, and what is it for. Actually, this isn't bad if you have loads of storages or something like that. You have the warranty and how to quick installation guide. Basically, you got all of this right here. Now, how to install your hard drives. You just pull the lever out, and that is it. Now right here you can see at the back side you have the power and SATA data connectivity for connecting your hard drives or SSDs. You can see the fan blowing the air outside from right here. At the back you have two USBs 3.0, and you have the RJ45 connection for your LAN cable, as well as the DC in 12 volts for your power supply. Now for this test I'm going to use my Seagate Barracuda 2 terabyte hard drives, which I used in my past NAS, and going to test everything out. Basically you place your hard drives like so, you place them like this, and you use your screws for the 3.5 inch hard drives. So you have loads of them basically, but I don't know why do you need so much of those. My suggestion is, as always, place 4 of them. I don't know if any hard drive has actually 6, but nevertheless. So at the back you tie up the screws on the bay, on the bracket for your hard drive. How to place it in? You do it like so. So the front lever needs to be outside. When you push it in, you just close it out. The click was basically hard drive connecting to the connectors. So yeah, and we're going to connect the other hard drive as well. So installing hard drives is very easy, and I have to mention they're hot swappable. So when it's working you can just swap them, and that's all there is to it. Now, before we go into any testing at all, let's check out the main specifications of TerraMaster F2 210. It can contain storage up to 32 terabytes, so 2 times 16, of course, depending on the field that you will use. When we're talking about those, you can use RAID 0, RAID 1, just a bunch of disks, and single. When we're talking about protocols, it supports HTTP, HTTPS, AFP, FTP, NFS, WebDev, Samba, SMTP, iSCSI, and SSH. When we're talking about the whole application and how everything, how people can access, you can create out to 128 user groups, and you can even manage shared folders with permissions. But to accomplish all of that, you do need to install TOS version 4.127. That is the latest version for TerraMaster F2 210. And basically with that application center you can do backup, you can do security, business, utilities, multimedia, and development tools. This is everything of sorts of the application that you can find on the web, well, basically on the TOS application center, and download them to your system. Now, when we're talking about file storage servers, you can manage a mail server, web server, FTP server, MySQL, CRM systems, and Java virtual machines. Now let's go to the advanced data security. Talking about Mac OS, you have the Time Machine, Windows, AOMA backup, mobile devices, TNAS mobile app. Now some crucial information and specifications of the TerraMaster F2 210. You have the CPU model Realtek RTD1296. The CPU architecture is ARM V8 64-bit with quad-core 1.4 GHz. It has a hardware encryption engine, and system memory is 1 GB. Unfortunately, that is the maximum that you could manage with your RAMs. I would say it would be really cool that you could personally adjust it to, I don't know, 2, 4, 8 maybe even. Add some SODIMMs or anything like that. The system fan is 80 times 80 times 25 millimeters, and the noise level of the fan is 18.6 decibels. The power supply is 40 watts and the maximum consumption is 25.6 watts. Talking about the temperature, the work temperature is 5 to 40 Celsius degrees of TerraMaster F2 210, and the storage temperature is 20 to 60 Celsius degrees. Now let's connect the TerraMaster and check out the tools, the TOS application center, what else could you do, and of course the transfer speed. So installing the TOS application for TerraMaster is kind of, I would say, out of the whole story a downside, because first you do need to download, I think it's 207 megabytes of INS file, then download the TNAS PC application, which basically automatically recognizes your TerraMaster NAS on your network. After that you do need to log in, which is just admin without a password, and then you install the TOS application with selecting the INS file from your computer, or you could either download it directly from the TNAS PC application. So that process is a bit harder, and it took me a while. First I thought it was going to be an exe file, but after all it's something completely different. Right after that it indicates the hard drives that are in your PC, and the good thing about one hard drive being broken basically is to show you guys that immediately when you place your hard drives, it indicates which hard drives are good, functional and healthy, and which ones are bad. So for instance, I knew this one wasn't working, but nevertheless I placed it inside the NAS just to see what will happen. Will it indicate the standard, like fully functional hard drive, or will it indicate that it has bad sectors, it has issues with mechanic, or whatever does it have? So basically placing the hard drives both inside the TerraMaster NAS it indicated that the first hard drive was working properly and the second one wasn't. It won't give you a possibility to install until you remove the invalid or broken or faulty hard drive. After that, I basically, since it's hot swappable, I didn't switch it off. I just removed the hard drive from the cage, and as you can see, it installed everything perfectly. So first of all, it goes with firmware update, and after that you install everything to your hard drive. So it takes up 16.6 megabytes of storage on your NAS to allocate the TOS application, and then you choose, you can use the administrator name, admin, and you need to set your password, email, and you get I would say verification code to your email to activate everything. After that, it's fairly simple. So you have the file manager, applications, recycle bin, control panel, backup, remote access, TOS help, and technical support. You even have date and time here at the bottom left corner. On the right side you have the full specs and everything that is happening. So basically shows you that your NAS is properly operating. You have the name, the device name and serial, I think this is serial number, not sure. The model name, TOS version, boot time, and how long has it been operating. How is it connected to your LAN IP address, the internet IP address, the speed that is currently using for whatever reasons, currently for TOS application, and then the transfer rate. You have the CPU resource and how much is the percentage of usage, total memory, and how much is it currently in use, and then you have the storage, volume 1, use space and free space. Basically, when you go to the file manager, you get all the file and how to use your browser to upload large files. Please use SMB and AFP file service instead if you're using large files to upload them through your browser. And basically you have all the folders that are currently on it. Since it's a blank hard drive, you do need to realize that it will completely erase all the data when you're setting up your hard drive to your TerraMaster F2 210. Now, going to the applications, you can see you have the recommended, all installed beta versions and settings. So you could basically, let's see, recommendation, you have a Dropbox, MB server, Google Drive even, iSCSI, Target, iTunes server, OneDrive, PDF reader, text editor, snapshot. So basically, even the cloud storages can be stored on your NAS, and you can use them as your cloud server. So this is really cool, and you can browse through all the applications that are here. So Net2 FTP, OpenDrive, Orange HRM, pCloud, PHP, BB, PHP, my admin, and all the other stuff. Okay, let's leave the page. Recycle bin, everything you delete from your NAS, it goes there, and then you can finally delete it. So nothing is permanently deleted until you do it. Then we have the control panel, which gives you the possibility to arrange your users, user group, shared folders, permissions, network services with network file services, telnet and SNMP, web server, discovery service. You have the storage manager for volume, storage pool, hard drive, virtual disk, external storage, hot spare, general settings like region and language, hardware and power, notification, security, update. You can even set up emails to your, as you can see, if something is happening, you can get a notification to your email, mobile device, whatever. Well, basically not mobile device. If you have an email installed on your mobile, then you get mobile device notification. You have the system information like hard drive information, service status, resource monitor, and system log, which is a good thing to have, because then if something is wrong and you get a notification with system log and service status and resource monitor, you can check out all. It's more like based on system administration, I would say that. And this is really cool because you're getting into a new level of using data storage, NAS and everything. So for now, really satisfied. Let's go to the next thing. You have the backup option, so you can rsync backup, and you have time machine, so you can go backup list, everything you have stored, and you can manage an exact time to backup your system. Remote access, so you have TOS TNAS online, which you can download to your mobile phone and access your files through that. You have the TOS help and everything else. Now what I want to do is basically test out the, let's check it out, to test out the speeds. For instance, now we're going to try to transfer one file from network storage to another network storage, so one NAS to another NAS. The second NAS will be TerraMaster F2 210 with a file large 5.6 gigabytes, and now we're going to see how fast. So the speeds go up to from 50 to 60 megabytes per second. Taking into consideration that TerraMaster F2 210 is, well, let's say a budget NAS which has a really nice user-friendly TOS application to support everything that you do. So you can go with backup, you can go with loads of different protocols, you can make a file server, you have 1 gigabit LAN port, you have 2 USBs 3.0, you have a really nice design actually, because you have, look, an aluminium part around, you have a fan that isn't heard, which is very important. Basically a long time ago I had a NAS that it just started in the middle of the night to turn on, and the fan was just so loud, it was unbearable. I think it was around 40 decibels, and this one is barely heard. So this is really cool because they stated it's 18.6 decibels, and honestly I hear the hard drives more than the fan. So that stays as they mentioned. The TerraMaster F2 210 is basically a really cool NAS in other terms because it has a hot swappable possibility. And for instance, you have an issue with your hard drive just like I do, and you can basically just plug it in, and if you're into RAID 0 or RAID 1, it can automatically manage everything and copy the files as they were supposed to. Well, if it's RAID 0, then you lost all your files. So RAID 1, place your hard drive inside and you're good to go. It copies the files, you just need to adjust everything into the application. All in all, really satisfied with the looks. First of all, the looks are really nice. The silver part does look really cool, and you have the indication lights for your hard drives, which indicated immediately that this was a bad drive. The TOS application is very user friendly, you can navigate through it without any issues. The only downside is the initial start and the initial installation of the application that needs a bit of a tweaking. It will be much easier if you use an exe file, if there was an exe file, but since you're doing everything on your browser, then it's kind of understandable. So guys, if you're looking for affordable NAS for your hard drives and you want to remove them from your computer just like I did, and you don't want something too loud, TerraMaster F2 210 Cloud Storage NAS server is the way to go. I mean, if it's not loud, if you could do a RAID 1 and back up your documents, you can do whatever you wish, even make a cloud server or a cloud storage system. This is how you could do it. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm putting the link for the TerraMaster F2 210 in the description below, so you can check out the price and where to buy it, of course. Basically, if you like the video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, subscribe if you already didn't for future videos, because I have more cool stuff coming up for you, and I'll see you in another one. Thanks, bye bye.